All right, let us welcome back UFC fighter Jordan Williams, because as you may have seen over the last few days, this man walked into what appeared to be a store and someone waiting in the wings said, you know what, I'm going to try to steal this man's car. And he became aware of what happened. And well, the rest is history. Jordan, life never slows down, does it, man? How are you?
No, man, like us fighters, we choose roller coasters as our ride, man. And I'm doing good. Doing good. Happy that I still got the whip, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, so many questions I have for you. First of all, I think the most important thing that people want to know about is the yellow fanny pack, because that thing was absolute fire. And if you're going to thwart, there it is. If you're going to thwart off potential carjackers, you should always be rocking a yellow fanny pack, right? Like that's the case, isn't it?
I mean, that's where the strength and the confidence came from. I mean, I swear it's probably like a costume or something, like, a disguise that, oh, the guy with the fanny pack, oh, he ain't about it.
It's like the Batman utility belt, right?
Ooh, there you go. I like what you did there. I like that.
You're going to sell 1 million of these for this company. So hopefully you call Jordan and make this thing happen. So let's talk about what happened. Where were you when this incident occurred? Like, what were you doing? Like, where were you exactly?
I was on my way to work, and I stopped at this convenience store like a lot. Like, I know the guy by name and everything that works behind the counter. We're friends, and when we go on vacations, so it's like a stop that I go by all the time. And my blood sugar is low, so sometimes I'll run into the store real quick. I'll leave the car running because I was under the impression that the car won't drive if keys are within 5 feet. Well, that's wrong. I definitely looked that up, and the reason why I couldn't drive is because he had the parking brake on, and he couldn't get the parking brake down. So I was literally seconds away from losing my car. And if he would have figured out how to use a parking brake, he would have already had it. So, that's, I mean, just knowing that kind of changes the dynamic of the story and how much of an idiot I am for leaving it running. But anyway, what's going through my mind is, man, there's someone really in my car about to take this shit from me. Man.
So, I mean, so in the video, in the post you posted on Instagram, you could see the gentleman just sort of creep his way in from what looked like the other side of the building. He gingerly just strolls to your car. He gets in and he's getting ready to drive away. Did you see him outside before you went into the store?
No, I did not. And the funny thing is, after that whole altercation happened, some people who saw the whole thing go down, they ran back in the store because I was looking at the video of it. They're like, hey, the guy, he came back, he's running around the corner. So, I mean, obviously the guy's on drugs, he's high off something. I mean, in order to come up with the confidence for that plan, but B, like, he was running around the block after. Crazy. So I didn't see him. If I would have saw any character, any suspicious character, definitely I don't do that. I leave the car running. But yeah, my lesson was learned.
Yeah, you won't do that again. So you're in the store, you're getting ready to buy something, and then you just look out and you see, oh crap, this guy's going to steal my car. So when you walk up to the car and you open the door, like what happened there? Like, what did you say to him? What did he say to you? Like, how did that all happen?
I didn't even see him when I was in the convenience store. I was just strolling out, and I had my belongings in my hand, and I think I was reaching to put my wallet back in my fanny pack, and then I saw this gentleman inside my car. I'm like, and he started to pull back, and I saw we lock eyes as I'm running up to him, and the look that this fool gave me was like, I got your car. Like, this is happening. I'm driving away with your car. I had no remorse. Had no fear. And then once I got the door open and I threw my stuff on the front seat because I still needed the sugar, I laid a couple right hands on him. And after the first right hand, he said he was just like screaming, "He's sorry," and was trying to get out of the car. And so that's why did some knees. While he was still in there, he was saying he's sorry, but he was still in my car, so I felt like it was fair game. And he turned out he got away, and I'm just lucky that the parking brake was on, because that's what prevented the theft, really, because he couldn't drive away, and it prevented my car from rolling back into the gas pump. And just this is a whole different. I'm just so lucky that the story played out the way it did, because there's a whole bunch of variables that could have been changed just slightly, and could have been a whole different story.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I mean, not only that, but just, this crazy world we live in right now, and all of the senseless acts and some of the just random violence we see all over the country. This probably went as well as it could have gone, right? Like, you got the car back, like you threw a couple of punches, like he just took off and sort of accepted his fate. Like, this was probably the best case scenario, was it not?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, a little bit of a scare, but the best scenario did play out. I don't need this scenario ever to play out again, but I'm happy that I still have my car. I can still go to work today.
So we're like, you said that afterwards there are people who witnessed it and they said he was still running around and being a little crazy. Were the police called? Like, was he arrested, to your knowledge?
No, police weren't called, and he wasn't arrested. But you know what? I don't mind for my behalf. I feel bad for the next person who tries to do something crazy. But that's at that point, like when the police came and everything, that he would have been gone, and I don't think they would have been able to catch the guy. But basically, they'll catch him on the next stupid thing he does, because this guy, he ain't done with that act. Left his left his hat and his phone fell out in my car, and phone was unlocked, had no contacts, no messages, no anything, nothing to track. So this guy was, he had a couple Wi-Fi networks that he was connected to, a couple grocery stores. So you could just tell he was just probably a drug user, just trying, thought he can come up.
If you saw him again and it was just like a sit down thing and there's moderators and stuff, like what would you say to him?
Wait, if I got to sit down with him and there was what?
What if there's there's like moderators in there? It's just like you two face to face having a conversation. Like, I don't know if it would go down like that if it's just the two of you guys, but let's just say all right, Jordan, maybe this guy, we're trying to turn his life around. Like, he wants to say sorry. Like, what, you start the conversation. What are you going to say to this man?
What the fuck, bro? The fuck is your problem? And I and I say that to a lot of my close friends. That when we're acting stupid, something like that. He's, what is wrong with you? But all jokes aside, that's a hard question to answer, because the mediators, I'm trying to be a bigger person. I got the car back, just just get this guy some help, whatever. Check his system. So get him some help. I don't if I see you, I'll definitely implement my way that I help people. I'll beat that ass up. Oh my goodness! He's lucky, and I'm lucky that the way it played out.
So obviously, you having a friend working in the convenience store. How long after the incident happened did you actually get to watch the video?
Oh, right after I walked up, and because he came out, and he was like, "Are you all right?" Everything. And so I was like, "Yeah, we're all good." But yo, let me see that video. Let me check that out. So I went in right after I got the video. The speed is kind of messed up because he can only play it at one speed. But so I kind of speed up the video to kind of balance it. But man, I had to get that footage right away.
Yeah,
I was more than shocked, more than not even just the post, but just to be sorry, my dog, just to be what the hell? I just want to see how this happened, And
how did you react? At first, were you just like, "Oh my God, this is nuts! Like, this dude planned this thing out."
Well, at that time, when I was watching the video, at that time, I was still in shock, letting my blood and quit pumping and everything. And then so when I watched it, I was kind of like still in that state. But after it was going down, I was looking at the video. I was like, okay, this. I was starting to kind of like hysterically laugh. I was like, man, this guy really tried to get away with my car, and I was comfortable because I thought the car wouldn't have driven away without the keys. But now knowing that, oh man, like I was literally like seconds away from losing my car. It would have been like, I would have been a little bit more like, on edge watching the video.
Yeah. So biggest piece of advice, everybody, don't leave your car running. Don't do it.
Never leave your flipping car running again. Doesn't matter who you are. People will try it on you. And have a fanny pack, man.
Hell yeah. It's got to be that one too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Promote the shit out of this fanny pack.
Well, good for you, man. Well done. While I have you, and I know these aren't like the best of subjects to talk about, probably not at the top of the to-do list, but we last saw you compete a few weeks ago against Mickey Gall. Didn't go your way. First fight in the UFC at 170. I spoke with Mickey. One thing he did say about you, nothing but respect for you. He felt what you have done in the past and the style you brought to the table, it brought out the best in him preparing for the fight. Like he knew he had to be at the top of his game. What were your biggest takeaways from that fight with Mickey Gall?
Here's a nice right hand. Give him that. Just the biggest takeaway is take more time. Let me just be more present. I know I have this style and I have this whereabouts just to go forward pressure, and I kind of play that game. But if I play it, be more fresh, be more of a forward pressure. There was times where I pressured and I backed off, where I should have just kept on against the cage. And so if I'm going to be one way, you got to really execute it. And just the biggest takeaway from that is just more humbling and more respect for other people and what they can do at this level. And I just got to elevate mine higher.
Yeah, I mean, people have watched your career for a long time. I mean, you've been in tough spots in your career before. You've been in tough spots, in your development before, and you know what this all feels like. Maybe not at a UFC level per se. You're feeling that right now, but I assume these last two fights after finally getting that Contender Series contract, I assume this has fueled your fire better than ever, has it not?
Oh yeah, it was a little bit of dampness at first, but I think it's like damp with gasoline. You got it like waters you down, it wets you down, but it explodes at some point. Once the temperature's there, it just ignites. So that's what happened with me. The fire was dampened, but now it's fully ignited again, and you will see me competing out there one more time for sure.
Do you plan on staying at 170, or do you think you'll go back up to 85, or be more of a like opportunity by opportunity basis kind of thing?
Again, we're gonna sit down and talk with the manager. I felt great. I felt like I don't think that it was a cardio or like I lost like my chin due to the weight cut, because the weight cut was like not that bad, and I've been way better with my eating habits, but what it was is like I have a lot of damage in my face right now from that punch. A lot of some fractures. I don't want to get too disclosed about, but I got some damage going on in my face right now, and I gotta wait to let that heal.
Fair enough. Well, Jordan, hopefully, heal up for sure. Hopefully we see you back in there inside that octagon sooner rather than later. And as cool as that was to watch the other day on your Instagram, stopping that guy from stealing your car, I would much rather see you doing that kind of thing inside the cage. But I appreciate the time, man. Well done, sir. We'll talk soon, and good job, man. Any final pieces of wisdom or advice you'd like to pass on to the viewing audience before we say goodbye?
First off, thank you. Appreciate it, my brother. And another thing is, again, don't leave the car running, even if it's to get a quick drink for your blood sugar. And these fanny packs, man. Shoot, check it out. This yellow. I mean, man, I was gonna wear a red shirt, make the red and yellow pop. You know, I didn't want to lay on the style, give away all my secrets too quick. But you know, fanny pack season is on.
It's always fanny pack season, right?
Always
Always,
fanny
man.
pack season.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.